Hi everyone. So I actually got a huge box of loving from VMV Hypoallergenics recently, and I was going through it and I stopped midway because I said to myself like, oh, this is a lot of products and I think this is gonna be much more better if I share this with you guys. Now, VMV Hypoallergenics, I'm sure some of you might have heard of this brand and some of you might have not heard of this brand, but I talk about some of the products in my videos, and truthfully, the skincare products that I use on a daily basis, my core products for my skincare regimen is from this brand. Now, I am very happy to say that this is actually a Filipino brand. So all of the products are made here in the Philippines except for one or two products, I think. I'm sure that the mascaras are made in Korea, but other than that, all of the products are made here in the Philippines. So I'm so proud of them. And this brand is a very niche brand. Not everybody knows about it. I'm sure some of you have seen this, especially if you've been going through the malls here. You would have seen their store frontage before. The first time that I experienced using VMV products was when I was in high school and I was playing with makeup. So I actually used some of their makeup products. So in me saying that, that's just me letting you guys know that they have a full range of products: skincare, makeup. They even have laundry detergents. They have products for babies, sunscreen. They have everything. So if you have any skin issues or if you're looking for products that will address your skin issues, do check them out. Now, I got reacquainted with VMV Hypoallergenics back in 2011, and I was actually hired to do some of their hair and makeup for their print and advertising materials. So you might have seen some of my work in their magazine before, because they used to have an in-house magazine wherein they talk about the products and other like skincare problems, etc., etc. And I'm sure you would have also seen some of my work in hanging in their stores, in the walls, or even like on their websites. And I'm so super proud working with them because the brand actually like ties in with my makeup and skincare sentiments. Now, I have had a very wonderful relationship with them since 2015, and I do get a bunch of products from them, but this is the first time that I've got a box of loving. So let's go through each of the box and let's just see what they gave me, and hopefully in me doing this, it can serve as a nice introduction to this brand. All right, so let's start by talking about their packaging. Most of their packaging come in a cardboard box like this, and for sure, like 80%, or I think 99% of them does not have glue to seal the packaging. So it comes in like an origami style packaging that just opens quite easily. Now, the great thing also about their packaging is they have a great way of introducing themselves. So it's found at the very first leaf when you open a packaging, or in other it depends on what type of packaging they are using, but they always introduce themselves. May it be the packaging for the mascaras, eyeshadows, lipsticks, and glosses. And they always introduce by saying that they always try to become mindful of not harming the environment. And they also have a way of introducing themselves by telling you who they are. And the thing with me is I read everything. So in a packaging, because it's nice to get to know a brand or a product by doing so. So let's read who they are so that we just have a much more broader sense of understanding of what kind of a company and a brand they are. And by the way, this is not a sponsored post, and I'm just doing this because I love this brand incredibly. So, as it is written here on the inner flap in one of their packaging materials, it says here, "We're sincerely thrilled to meet you. Who we are? The only brand to validate its hypoallergenicity. Our published VH rating system, the first and only hypoallergenic rating system of its kind, is based on the North American Contact Dermatitis Group and European Surveillance System for Contact Allergies. Created by a renowned dermatopathologist, our randomized, double-blinded, evidence-based clinical studies have been published in peer-reviewed medical journals. Over 75 of them are actually published, and is presented and even awarded at dermatology conventions around the world. Each raw material, ingredient, brush, every little thing that goes into or on a product, and the product itself, is patch tested for skin safety. And that's just the beginning. What follows is a dizzying barrage of clinical tests, both in laboratories, in vitro, plus in human volunteers in vivo, never on animals. We are a hypoallergenic cosmeceutical doctor brand with oodles of products. Because of us, skin safety isn't a nice perk. At VMV, hypoallergenicity is a lifestyle. We care for men, women, and children of all ages from head to toe to cell to surface, which is also why so many of our customers stay with us from diapers to dermabrasion across generations. Studies show that as many as 1 in 4 people is allergic to skincare and cosmetic ingredients. We're made for 1 in 4. Safe for everyone else. We're saving the world's skin. Welcome to our skin fatuation. So that is VMV Hypoallergenics. Okay, and if we continue to look into the packaging, on one side we see the ingredients list, and then we also see like their label and monogram. And then if we flip to another side, we can see like, you know, a step-by-step process on how to actually use their products. And then they also have a list of recommendations on what you can actually incorporate into that product so that you have optimal skincare protection. And then also there is also an application guide and frequency guide because that's also very important to them. Now the products are packaged in 2 types of packaging. They either come in like plastic tubes like this or in glass bottles. Now the main difference is that if the product that you are using from them has more active ingredients, they will always come in a glass bottle. Alright, and the first product that we have here is the Red Better Daily Calming Moisturizer. Now this is great to use if you are someone who has like, you know, active inflammation on the skin. So may it be like psoriasis, rosacea, inflammation due to pimples and acne. So this really helps to calm the skin down. This has a lot of like active ingredients that and also like antioxidants that just really helps to reduce that inflammation. And this is a staple in my kit, by the way, because there are some actors that I play with who suffer from rosacea and also who have like some like, you know, redness on their skin. So this really helps to tone down that redness from the skin, and it just makes their skin like, you know, prepared in order for makeup to sit on properly, because this is actually formulated for people who have skin barrier issues. I think the active ingredient here is potassium azelloyl diglycinate, and aside from virgin coconut oil, glycerin, and then like monolaurin, and I think this also has like green tea extract. So this is really great to use. It has lots of calming capabilities. Red Better is a product line in the BMB Hypoallergenics brand, wherein it is actually formulated for people who suffer from a lot of inflammation on the skin. So if you're someone who has skin issues like that, do check this out. This is a great product to have. They have cleansers for this. They have balms for this. They have, especially if you have dry skin, they have a much more deep, nourishing type of moisturizer for you. So do check this line out. Alright, next we have doubles here. So this is the Superskin 3 Monolaurin plus Mandelic Acid Toner. And this is actually formulated for oily skin, and that is indicated here on like the very bottom of the packaging. So if you have dry skin and if you like to use the Superskin line, it's also indicated there with a letter D, and if you have combination skin, it's also indicated there that it's a letter C. So at least you know which products that you use for your skin type. Now this is part of my daily skincare regimen. Now there was a time I used the formulation for combination skin, but I have since reverted to oily skin because I just feel that it works much more better for me. Now the only time I shift into using the formulation for combination skin is when it gets a little bit too dry for me. But other than that, I have been using this on the daily for quite some time. And this has mandelic acid. Now that is a very there's a form of an AHA wherein it really helps in removing fine lines and wrinkles on the topmost layer of the skin. So it's one of the lightest, and of course it has monolaurin, which is known to have antibacterial and antiviral properties, which is a derivative of coconut oil. So by the way, this is alcohol-based toner, and I'm sure some of you are going to be reacting when I say that, but alcohol is actually a great way of carrying active ingredients well into the skin. And an alcohol ingredient in your skincare is very different from the alcohol like the isopropyl alcohol and the ethyl alcohol. It all depends on how they are chemically combined. But an alcohol ingredient in your toner or skincare is actually beneficial because alcohol can really just help to disrupt the lipid barrier on the skin, and it just really enables for all of the active ingredients to penetrate deeper into the skin. Okay, next I have my soothing aftershave balm. So I love using this. I showed this to you guys when I did like one of my very first videos, I think, when I decided to go back into YouTube. I did like a shaving 101 video, and this is one of my core products that I use for shaving. Now, most of the ingredients that you find in all of the products from VMV Hypoallergenics is virgin coconut oil and a lot of its derivatives, especially monolaurin, because they believe that these ingredients have an amazing impact on the skin. Now, I've been using their products since 2011, 2012, and I've never had a bad reaction to any of them, not at all. My soothing aftershave salve is what I use, of course, after shaving, but not only that, this is actually my moisturizer now. So this is what I use on a daily basis because, again, this has antioxidants, a lot of anti-inflammatory capabilities. It has monolaurin, so it has that antibacterial, antiviral capability, and then it has like, it's very lightweight, even if it's a salve, even if it's quite creamy. I can't really open it right now because it's still sealed, and I have one that's opened upstairs in my bathroom counter. So it's actually very lightweight, and it's silicone based, so it creates this very nice barrier on my skin that just makes sure that I don't get any moisture loss. And please don't be surprised if I use this as my moisturizer because every time I use it after shaving, just to make sure that I don't get ingrown hair, or just to make sure that I don't get any inflammation within my beard site, I just said to myself that if this is good for my beard, this should be good for all over my face. And so far, as you guys can see right now on screen, I look okay. Not bad at all. So if you guys want to see my shaving 101 video, I'm going to put a link down in the description box so that you can go and check it out. And the next product that I have here is the Re-Everything line. So for the lack of a better word, the Re-Everything line is the anti-aging line of the VMV Hypoallergenics. So this is what I use on a nightly basis. So this is the one that renews, revitalizes, and it just reboots my skin just to make sure that it acts healthy, it stays healthy, and it just really helps in cleansing my skin from within. So I have here the Re-Everything Cleansing Cream. So this has like a scrub in it, it has like some bamboo particles. So that's what they use as a physical exfoliant. But this also has unbuffered glycolic acid in it. While in the entire Re-Everything line, you have unbuffered glycolic acid in it, by the way, and you also have like a mix of antioxidants in it and also monolaurin, just so it really helps in renewing your skin. Okay, the next product that I have here is the Re-Everything Toner. Now again, this is an alcohol-based toner, and it has unbuffered glycolic acid. And when I say unbuffered glycolic acid, that means that it hasn't been diluted. And of course, it has green tea extracts, it has carnitine, and does this have rice phytic acid? I'm not too sure. I think it must be in the Re-Everything cream. So this has rice phytic acid, green tea extract, carnitine growth factor, this has virgin coconut oil, this has unbuffered glycolic acid. So this is actually very potent, and this is the main moisturizer that I use, and I don't feel that I need to use retinol because this is very effective in actually renewing my skin and making sure that I don't get any fine lines, and just to make sure that I don't get any of those dark spots when I have pigmentation, either when I pop a pimple or when I scratch myself. Like for example, I had that scar here from a few months ago. So far it has really helped because one of the key ingredients here is rice phytic acid, and that acid is like a form of AHA wherein it binds with the iron so that it doesn't it just brightens the skin, and it really helps in reducing the appearance of dark spots on the skin. So that's why I love this. And the Re-Everything comes in two types. So one is the primary and one is the advanced. I use the advanced because I've been using this for years now, but if you are new to the Re-Everything line, especially to the moisturizer, you need to start with the primary first so that your skin can start getting used to the formulation of the Re-Everything moisturizer. And also one other thing from the Re-Everything line, I have their eye serum. So this is also great. I use this every day, morning and night, and this really just helps in brightening my under eye area and also helps to make sure that my under eye area is strong. And this has hexapeptides on it, so this really helps in, like, you know, tightening your under eye area, and it really helps to minimize the appearance of fine lines in the under eye area. Now I'm gonna put a link down on the description box for my nightly skincare routine that I did a few years ago so that you guys can see how I layer it and how I apply it on my skin. And there's one more. So this is the Re-Everything face, hand, and body lotion. So again, this is still part of the Re-Everything line, and the amazing thing about this is that you can use this in between treatments when you run out of your Re-Everything cream, and you can also use this for your hand and for your body, and especially, like, you know, if you have been under the sun, if you like sunbathing or you just get so much sun exposure, using this just really helps to renew your skin and your body and your décolletage area, just so that we minimize the appearance of fine lines or like age spots. So this is a great product to have if that is your skin issues. All right, so what else is still here that's skincare? Here. This is lip care. So this is the Armada Moisturizing Protective Lip Balm with an SPF of 60++. Now this is my savior. I use this all the time when I am in my home in the province because I get so much sun exposure there. And this just really helps to moisturize my lips and to make sure that it doesn't get chapped or sunburned when I am swimming in the water or when I'm just walking around in the garden. So I use this in tandem with my favorite sunscreen ever, the Armada Sport 70. So I never go anywhere without these two products. Very important. All right, so that's skincare down, and now let's talk about makeup, and let's start by talking about the Skintangible BB cream. So this is like a mix of water, silicones, and titanium. Is it titanium? I think it's zinc oxide. Let me double check. Yeah, so it has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide in it. So this offers an SPF of 30. Now this is like a tinted BB cream. All right, so as you can see here at the back of my hand, it has a very neutral color, and I use this a lot on myself. Like I did a video on makeup for casting before, and I actually used this, and this has a very nice yellow undertone to it, although it leans a little bit into the olive side. So this is actually great also to use for someone who has like that very, like, you know, red undertone on the skin. When you have some skin inflammation, this really helps in really calming the skin down. Now I like using this on actors who do not like to wear makeup, but I just tell them, like, you know, please let me just put on some makeup on you just so that it evens your skin out and you don't look like pale on screen. So I really love using this, and the great thing with this is that this is also unscented. So I love using this. Again, this also has active skincare ingredients on it, so you're not only putting on color into the skin, but you're also making sure that your skin stays healthy and free from oxidation. So I love this skincare. Look at that. Look how dewy your skin looks after you've applied it. I love this. Okay, next, let's talk about the eyeshadows. I have 3 of their eyeshadows here. And what's so nice about these eyeshadows is that they all come in this very nice brown pouch, wherein it just makes sure, it's like, you know, it keeps your eyeshadows from actually like jumbling around your bag. And also when you can also use this to store many things. Like you can use this to store your earphones, or you can use this to store, like, you know, jewelry. So this is great to use like as a, if, like, you know, to recycle it into something else. Now all of the eyeshadows come in a very nice white packaging like this, and the eyeshadows are actually pressed into the pan. Now the formula of these eyeshadows is actually like a mix of talc and silicone, and it also has like active ingredients like monolaurin, and it has titanium dioxide and zinc oxide. So this in a way also actually helps in making sure that the skin on your eye area is actually also protected from sun damage. So isn't that great? So the first color that I have here is called Elemental Beauty, and it has this very nice reddish brown tone. and this very nice like golden white tone. So if we just swatch it here, you can see how pigmented it is for an organic brand that doesn't use dyes, or if they try to use a minimal number of dyes in their eyeshadow products, because dyes are the #1 irritants of the skin. Look at that. It has a very nice shine and shimmer on it. It's not matte, so it's a shimmer kind of a product because this has mica on it as well. This is so pretty. This can act as a very nice highlighter. Isn't that so cute? So this is Elemental Beauty. Alright, so the next color that we have here is called Roses and Bonbons. So let's just swatch it. Hit the back of my hand. Okay, so as you guys can see, it's a much more lighter brown here. It's like a very golden kind of a brown. Okay, I think we should add more. Let's see. Yeah, it's an almost bronzy brown. It's not as, although in the pan it looks like it's quite strong and pigmented, but it's actually very light and it has a much more golden kind of a hue, while the highlighter here is more silvery in comparison to Elemental Beauty that I swatched before this, where it has a much more golden hue to it. This is Roses and Bonbons. Alright, and the next color that we have here, if my dyslexic mind can pronounce it properly, is called Milonguera. I hope I got that right. So we have, again, it's a much more, from the pan we can see that it's a very neutral brown, but as you guys can see, it has some shimmer on it, and I think the white here might have also a golden hue, which might be similar to the Two True Hues eyeshadow in Elemental Beauty, but let's try it. So let's swatch it. Alright, so look at that. So it's still in a brown shade. It's more neutral and it's more pigmented than Roses and Bonbons. And as you guys can see here, the lighter shade is more gold than in Elemental Beauty, because in Elemental Beauty it has more white in it. But this one is amazing. This can be used even like as a highlight on the skin. Very pretty, and I love this color. Very nice, neutral, perfect for smoky eyes. And again, guys, can you see how pigmented it is for, again, an organic hypoallergenic brand that doesn't use dyes in their products? Ooh, so pretty. So this is, again, Milonguera. Okay, so let's go through whatever is in the pouch here. All right, and the first thing that's out of this pouch is the Hula Lash Mascara. So I'm sure you guys have seen me use this before. Like, I love using this mascara because, again, this is not a waterproof mascara, but this is a long wear mascara, and this is a tubing mascara wherein it like it creates like a layer of coverage on each of your eyelash strands, and it creates a very nice volume. And the great thing that I like about this is that you can actually just remove this with warm water and, like, you know, cleanser. So tubing mascaras are actually the type of mascaras that most organic or hypoallergenic brands use, because they're actually much more lighter on the eyes, and they're also much more safer to use on the eyes, and they're also much more easier to remove at the end of the day. So this is a staple in my kit. I have multiples of this because I use one mascara on each actress that I work with. So I'm glad that I have more of this. And next, what I have here are lip glosses. So these four glitters on them, while this one is just a very nice simple gloss. So this is the packaging of the lip gloss. As you can see, it has a very nice clear body. And then if we just twist the cap off, you have the wand, and you see that it has a sponge tip applicator. Very straightforward. And this has 6 grams of product, which is actually a very generous amount of product. And the name of this gloss is called Can Can. So it's a very nice, like, you know, peachy kind of a gloss. Look at that. So nice. Very pretty. Nice color. Okay, so this is the glitter gloss in Speakeasy. Wow, it's a very nice, intense, like, you know, moody red. Well, it's not red, but it's like a nice violet color. So pretty. And look how pigmented that is. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm just gonna start to breeze through this because the sun is starting to disappear again, and I can hear thunder in the background, and I don't know why. The weather has been intermittent this past few days. But anyway, this is Copper Whopper, and I'm sure this is going to be a very nice bronzy color. very nice. It's a very nice red tone copper. Very pretty. I love the reflectivity coming off of this like lip gloss. And the next color that we have here is called Warm Chill. So I'm just gonna swatch it here. It's a much more lighter color. Very peachy. Very wearable actually. Very nice. And the last lip gloss that I have here is called Bronzerella, and let's just swatch it here. Okay, cool. Look at that. It's a very nice bronze color, don't you think? Very pretty. Alright, so those are the lip glosses from VMV Hypoallergenics. And next I have the Subtle Shine lipsticks. So the lipstick of VMV Hypoallergenics all come in a packaging like this, in a silver packaging. And if we just remove the cap, it's a very easy and smooth dial up. And the design of the bullet is a very traditional lipstick design. And if we look at the label here at the bottom, we can see that this lipstick actually has 4 grams of product. Okay, let's swatch the lipsticks, and I'm going to start by swatching this color, and it is called Girl Next Door. So it's still quite pigmented, even if it's a subtle shine lipstick. Very nice. It has a violet-y undertone, which will work well with yellow undertone skin. The next color that we have here is called Strawberry Fields, and let's swatch it here. And it has a very nice pink tone to it. It's a very retro kind of a pink, and it has a very nice blue tone to it. This also works well with people who have very nice yellow skin tones like I do. Okay, the next color that we have here is called Beach Bunny, and it has a very nude tone to it. And it has like a nice orangey undertone to it as well. Perfect for the beach. Very nice color. And the next color that we have here is called Rosette. It has a very nice pinky red undertone. Very beautiful. And it still has that subtle shine, but we still have a very nice opaque color. And the next color that we have here is a nice red, and this is called Big Red. But unfortunately it broke, so this must have okay, let me remove that. So this must have like melted during transportation, but that's fine. I can always transfer this to a different kind of packaging. So these are all of the 5 subtle shine lipsticks from VMV Hypoallergenics. Now, I forgot to mention earlier that they have a VH rating system, and for example, you can actually see that on the packaging of their products. So for example, this one has a VH of -109/109. Now, what this means is that this product does not have the 109 most common allergens listed in the world. So rest assured that when you see something like that in the packaging, it means that it is hypoallergenic. Now, if one of the products has an ingredient that is listed as a common allergen, it's going to be indicated on their VH rating at the very front. So like for example, it's not here, but for example, it's going to be listed there like -108/109 or -106/109. It means that that particular product doesn't have 106 of the 109 common allergens listed worldwide. So at least that's an assurance, and that will serve as a reminder to people who are sensitive to certain ingredients to check out the ingredients list so that you can see which ingredient you react to. Alright, so those are all of the products that I got from VMV Hypoallergenics, and I do apologize if there has been a sudden change in lighting because it just got so dark all of a sudden and I can hear the rain starting to like drip down. So I'm glad that I'm able to go through all of them before like the weather starts to change drastically. Now, if you guys are watching me from the Philippines and if you're interested in checking them out, aside from visiting their physical stores and malls nationwide, you can also check them out on their website at vmvhypoallergenics.ph. Now, if you're from the rest of the world, do check them out at vmvhypoallergenics.com. They actually ship worldwide. They are available at Amazon, and they also have a physical store in New York. It's at 123 Elizabeth Street between Broome and Grand, but I think it's closed right now because of the pandemic. Hopefully when the pandemic is effectively handled, they would open because they offer facials there as well. So yeah, and oh, by the way, they also offer like discounts, especially if you get their eco bag, so they I think give 10% off every time you bring this with you. Now I have a lot of their eco bags. This is one that I have from one of their past collections, and I use this as my beach bag now, or I even like bring it when I do the grocery because it's made of like very sturdy canvas, and it's very like, you know, effective, and it's very well made, and even like the print hasn't faded after all these years. It's actually quite amazing. And they also do offer some gift with purchase, like for example this very nice pouch. Now I missed out on this, by the way, so I'm just so glad that they sent me one because I'm actually wearing a similar color right now as a reflection of their brand. So I really love it. Again, it's very well made and it's also very sturdy, and their products like these really last a long time. So yeah, so that's it for me today. If you guys have any more questions about the products that I use, please leave them down at the comments box and let's have a conversation about it. Now by the way, the skincare that I am using right now, except for my vitamin C serum, is all from VMV Hypoallergenics. Everything that I have on my skin right now is listed down on the description box, so that if you're interested, you can just go and check it out down below. Alright, so that's it for me today. So I'm gonna let you guys go now because I think it's gonna start pouring down rain. So I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye! Ah, here comes the rain. Wait. Ah.